Hey yo, it's Hip Hop DJ Eternal88. What's going on, y'all? So YFN Lucci released January 31st, My Truth. Me personally, this is my favorite song of the year so far. He's really speaking some real shit. I love music where they're talking about, real life and all that type of shit. And YFN Lucci was due for one. He came home, took his time, and made a classic. I can't wait to hear the album. And in the album, they're saying, this Maybach cost me 3 lawyers and a friend. He didn't say that, but cost him 3 lawyers, and they made the Maybach a monumental thing. I guess he's putting it somewhere, in remembrance of his friend and all the money and time that was wasted due to this day where YFN Lucci allegedly had pushed his friend out the car. Somebody had pushed him out the car after he was shot when they were in a shootout. But shout out to YFN Lucci, man. That song is fucking banging. I love that shit. But then we got NBA Youngboy got a pardon by Donald Trump, y'all. He's pardoned for the gun charges. Y'all know he was shooting a music video. Cops came, charged him with it, and they didn't never catch him with it, but they seen him with it in a video, and they were claiming that it was a prop, but they charged him with the real joint. So he is pardoned from Donald Trump. That's amazing. And shout out to Youngboy, man. He's on his shit right now, too. The Finest is a banger. 2 of the best songs, YFN Lucci, January 31st, and Youngboy, Finest, 2 of my favorite songs out right now. But this is allegedly what led to NBA Youngboy's pardon, y'all, from DJ Academics and Donald Trump's son. Let's get it.
There's a guy who's a beloved, he's just a misunderstood guy, actually. His name is NBA Youngboy.
Okay.
He's been on federal house arrest. He lives in Utah. He was on federal house arrest for like 2.5 years, which to me just sounds wrong. Like if
For what?
For gun possession. He basically shot a music video. They believe that they got a call that, hey, there were guys on a block that were shooting a video and they saw weapons. They pulled
So
up.
they don't even know?
Well, the police showed up. No one was there. They grabbed one guy who happened to be his cameraman, and because he's a big name, they seen him on camera holding what they believe is a weapon, and they're like, well, we're going to give you charges for that. So he has federal charges for that.
But it could have been a prop. They don't even know?
It could have been a prop. And they've been arguing, hey, this is a prop. That's their actual argument in court. He's been sitting on federal house arrest for 2.5 years.
So shout out to Youngboy, man. I know that album is going to be crazy. And the YFN Lucci album, they're going to be crazy. Shout out to both them brothers, though. Then we got Bossman Dlow. We're going to just get through this real quick because I want to talk about the AlmightySuspect and Adam22 situation, too. But I want to get through this real quick. So y'all remember this? So now that person that was claiming these things on Bossman Dlow has came forward and said that it was all cap. That Bossman Dlow was actually DMing this person's friend. And they got bored and went ahead and put this narrative out and used AI and all that shit to do it. And they're actually coming forward and saying that Bossman Dlow was not messaging that person, y'all. Let's get it.
I'm coming on TikTok to address the Bossman situation. Bossman Dlow never messaged me. It was AI. It was edited. It was photoshopped. I did everything good with the video of him texting me because my homegirl, it was my homegirl's phone. He messaged a real female. She's a popular influencer that I hang out with. So I made it seem like he messaged me, but he never really messaged me. And I made a fake thread of me texting myself back. I know it sounds crazy and I just did all this stuff on the internet for attention, but a bitch was bored. And I thought it was funny, but now I know it's not funny because I'm really fucking with this man's career and his money. I'm sorry, you guys. Y'all can bash me, y'all can hate me. I really don't give a fuck.
So Bossman Dlow's name is officially cleared. I'll be honest, man, I'm glad it did get cleared because it'd be one thing if he was that way and admitted to it, cool. But he obviously doesn't present himself as that type of person. So it's kind of good to know that that isn't true. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Bossman Dlow, yo. Definitely a dope artist, you know what I'm saying? But then we got Adam22 fires AlmightySuspect for this situation right here, y'all. Shit got kind of critical. Let's get it.
This is a fact. This is a fact. I'm going to say what I want to say. I call this nigga Antoine Dotton and everything else. I'm still going to come to no jumper. I'm going to walk in and out this. If a want to do something, there's nothing but space and opportunity. Ain't worried about a light skin, no nigga, period. So if that gay, he's always bringing up fighting. You can't get a nigga bringing up fighting, trying to put it on another nigga to do something. So, but I just caught you one. I just caught you one. Just like that. You are a... Guys. Guys. Come on. Let's do something.
Y'all think that was worth Adam22 firing him? I don't know. I mean, hey, man, he spit at the dude. Dude said he had a knife. I mean, got a little crazy. But let's keep it real. The dude is a big-ass dude. And he was kind of, if you go watch the whole episode, because he's pressing Suspect, saying Suspect got beat up and was in a fetal position and all kinds of shit. But Suspect was like, nah, I got jumped, bro. That ain't exactly what happened. You know what I mean? Like, I got jumped. And I was on the ground. He's like, you probably never been jumped. But then dude called him a bitch once or twice, called Suspect a bitch. This Brandon dude's a new guy up in No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? He isn't like gangster like everybody else. Like, not everybody else, but the majority of people that'll be up there. You know, he's more like, I don't want to say the whole thing, but like, he just seems kind of like, you know, corny, like, not Uncle Thomas, but something like that. You know what I'm saying? That is what the consensus is for this guy. But I feel like losing Suspect is a bad thing for No Jumper, because I feel like he brought a lot of views to No Jumper. Even though he's controversial, that's what it's all about up there. So what's the problem? But this is what Adam22 had to say about firing him, y'all. Let's get it.
As of today, AlmightySuspect will no longer be a host on No Jumper. For anyone who's living in a hole in the ground, there was a confrontation last night between Brandon, a.k.a. Bucci Bear, a.k.a. Dark Brandon, and AlmightySuspect that resulted in both spit flying and a knife being pulled out. Both of these are infractions that I fear we just cannot tolerate as a business. You know, many times over the past couple of years, I've looked back at the Kelpie incident and I have felt like I was a little too lenient. Like, I feel like that incident, even though we managed to skate essentially because we got Kelpie to sign off on suing us, I think it was extremely lenient of us to not fire Sus at that time. And I'm not going to lie, there's been a couple of times since then, in particular with the whole Jalise thing, where it really, really felt like he was on the border of attacking her. That got a little scary for me and made me feel like, Jesus Christ, maybe this is not okay. But yeah, I just feel like we just can't tolerate that kind of stuff in here. It's just way over the line. I have nothing against him. I told him I have nothing bad to say about him. I'm not going to come on here and trash him. I'm not going to treat him like a sharp or anything like that. But as a business, the liability associated with having somebody on camera who we have like essentially no assurance is not going to fly off the handle like that. It's just too big of a risk, and it's just not the kind of platform that I want to run at this point.
I think it's a little bit too late for Adam22 to be worried about the reputation of No Jumper. I'm not gonna lie, No Jumper is a dope show. It's entertaining as hell. I think Adam22 gets a bad rap a lot, even from me in some of my videos. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, damn, he's like kind of setting people up and shit like that. It does seem like that a lot, but I don't think that is what the case is. I hope that's not the case. He was just in Brooklyn with Bobby Shmurda and them. He was in Jersey with Al Bial and them. And he was in the Bronx with some guys that are pretty notable out there. The Pill dude from I think he's a Blood from California. And then like Hattie Racks, I think, a couple other guys from the Bronx, you know what I mean? So Adam22 is moving around, which some people say it's a little suspect. Like, why is he moving around and being around all these popular gang members and stuff? Like, what's he trying to do? You know, since the whole situation with Brick Baby, Big U, and Loose Cannon, people are weary of it, these kinds of things, you know what I mean? But do y'all think that it's right that he fired AlmightySuspect? I mean, I guess if he really did have a weapon, technically, man, they could get sued for that. No Jumper will get sued for some shit like that. So if he brought that up there, that was a little too far. The spitting thing, hey, man, you called him a bitch. That's kind of like spitting on somebody, calling him a bitch. He's a man, you're a man. And you've seen what happened to the last dude that called him a bitch. He, like, pummeled that dude. You know what I mean? He beat the shit out of that dude, for real. I forget his name. I don't even remember dude's name, but they had to get him to sign a paper, like Adam22 said, to not sue No Jumper because he got beat up by Suspect. But that was viral as hell. You know what I mean? And the shit he mentioned about, Adam22 mentioned about Suspect with the girl, I don't think he was really about to jump on that girl. I think Adam22 kind of went a little far with that. He said he wasn't going to bash him like he did Sharp, but that's bashing him, saying thought he was about to jump on a woman. He wasn't about to jump on her. They were talking shit. That shows you Adam isn't from the hood in any kind of way, because you see things like that and you're not expecting a man to jump on a woman. They're just going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But either way, man, thank y'all for checking in. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and become a member if you like, y'all. I'd appreciate it. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff coming up. I just started a new job, but I'm going to be working real hard this summer, man. I promise I got y'all with hella content. We're going to be switching shit up. So stay tuned, y'all. We out.